Hi students, good morning. Welcome to our video classes. In the previous class we have learned about the matter around us. Already we have learned about matter. Simply what is matter? In our day-to-day life we observe different substances. All these substances have some mass and volume. That means all these have some mass and occupy some space. Simply what is matter? Anything which has some mass and volume that is called as matter. That means simply the food we eat, the water we drink, the air we breathe, all this is matter. Like this we use different types of matter in our day-to-day life, and all these matter what we use in our daily life is pure. To know, we use different substances in our daily life like salt, oil, milk, ghee. All these are like this we use different substances. Have you observed anything on these substances? Yes, we have noticed the word pure written on these consumables. What is this pure? Pure means simply as per a common person, something with no adulteration is called as pure. That means pure milk. Pure milk means, what does it mean? What is not added to it? Water is not added. That's why it is pure milk. It is not adulterated with water. That's why it is called as pure milk. In the same manner, pure ghee means if anything is not mixed in it, then it is pure. And the same way, salt, if anything is not mixed with it, that is pure. Like that, it is pure. That means as per common person, something with no adulteration is called as pure. But as per science, all these really are pure substances? No, all these are not pure substances. These consumables what we use are mixers of different substances. For example, if we take milk, is milk is a in the milk single component is present? No, it is a mixture of different components. What are the different components? Water, proteins, okay, fats, like that. It is mixture of different components. In the same manner, if we take ghee, is it a single component? No, in it also some substances, mixers. It is also a mixer. Like that, what we use in our daily life, all this is as per science, all this is not pure. And then, as per science, what is pure? To know what is pure substances and what is impure substances, that means mixer, let us perform a simple activity. For this activity, collect two different substances. What are the two different substances? Some water and some soil. Okay, collect some water and soil, place this soil, keep the soil and sugar. Keep this sugar and soil. Which two substances are collected? Sugar and soil. Place this sugar and soil on two different sheets of paper and observe with a magnifying glass or microscope. If we observe sugar and soil with magnifying glass, in the case of sugar, we observe only single type of particles, only one type of particles. What are the particles? Sugar particles. That means different colors. And there are no different colors. That means different crystals of sugar that are single type of particles. That means no different colors, different textures, different sizes, like that are not present. Only single type of particles. Whenever we observe with microscope. Or in the case of soil, what is happened? We observe different types of particles. Different types of particles means, what are the different types of particles? That are soil particles, sand particles, clay particles, next small, it has different color, shapes and sizes. Okay, dead insects, grass particles, small pieces of leaves, all these we observed in this soil whenever we view with this microscope. That means it contains, is the soil contains only single type of particles, different type of particles. But in the case of this sugar, only one type of particle. That means here in this sugar is one type of matter and this soil is another type of matter. Okay, based on this matter is classified into two types. The matter around us is classified into two types. What are the two types of substances? Pure substances and impure substances. These impure substances are also called as mixtures. Then how can you decide whether it is a pure substance or impure substance means mixture? Simply, if you view with a microscope or magnifying glass, if it contains only one type of particles, simply that is pure substance. If it made of different types of particles, that is impure substances or mixture. What is pure substance? Simply a pure substance is one which is made of only one kind of particles. What are the kinds of particles? That may be atoms or molecules. For example, what are given in this diagram? Some elements, compounds and crystals. What are that elements? Tin, sulfur, diamond. In compounds, sugar, water, baking soda. Next, crystals, salt, protein crystals, copper sulfate crystals. All these are pure substances. Why all these are called as pure substances? All these contains only all these contain only one type of particle. What is that part? What are the particles? What are the constants that are the particles? For example, if we take tin or sugar, its chemical name is sucrose. Its chemical formula is C12H22O11. In this, the C12H22O11 particles are only there. That sugar, salt, and if we take salt, in that salt, sodium chloride, NaCl particles are only there. That means by physical methods we can't split into some other simpler components. Means that is made only one type of particle. That substances which are made only with one type of particle, that are called as pure substances. And in the same manner, if we take water, its chemical formula is H2O. It contains only one type of particles. What are the particles? H2O molecules. Okay. And if we take sulfur, its chemical formula is S8. It also contains only one type of particles. Which particles? That are sulfur atoms. And in the same manner, copper sulfate molecule, if we take copper sulfate, its common name is blue vitriol. It is blue in color. We are familiar with this copper sulfate. If you observe this copper sulfate, this is blue in color, and these copper sulfate crystals, its chemical formula is CuSO4. It also contains only one type of molecules, that are copper sulfate molecules. In this manner, any substance which contains only one type of particles, that is called as pure substance. For example, if we take gold biscuit, whichever part of that biscuit is taken for observation, its composition is same throughout. Okay, that means a central part or end part, any part is taken for observation, its composition is same throughout. Okay, that's why, that means it is made only one type of particle, that is it is also a pure substance. And if we take water, okay, water means it is a distilled water, not mineral water. Mineral water means it contains some salts, it mixture of different substances. If we take water, distilled water, what we use in our chemical lab, that is distilled water, it also contains only one type of part, whichever part we take for observation, its composition is same throughout. That means it is made only one type of particle. That are called as pure substances. Okay, then what are pure substances? A substance which is made only one type of particle, and whichever part we taken for observation, its composition is same throughout, that is called as pure substance. And not only that, if we take any pure substance, it has a fixed melting point or fixed boiling point. Based on these chemical substances also, we can decide whether it is a pure substance or impure substance. Based on physical properties, its texture, size, color, density is same throughout, then it is pure substance. And based on chemical properties, its melting point or boiling point is same throughout, then it is also a pure substance. Okay, but what we use in our daily life, all that are not pure substances. Most of the substances which we use in our daily life are mixtures, that means impure substances. Only a few are pure substance. Then how can you decide whether it is a pure substance or mixture? if its composition is the same throughout, or it is made only one type of particles, means atoms or molecules, simply that is called as a pure substance. But as per common man, pure substance means something with no adulteration is called as pure substance. Then what are again these pure substances are classified into two types. What are that? Elements and compounds. Okay. Already I told you, pure substance means which contains only one type of particle, atoms or molecules. That atoms are related to elements and molecules are related to compounds. Again, these pure substances are of how many types? Two types. What are the elements and compounds? Then what are elements and what are compounds? First, element. Already we have learnt what is the basic form of matter. Any matter is made up of tiny particles. What are the tiny particles? Any matter is made up of tiny particles called as atoms. Atoms means that is the smallest particle. That means which can't divided further. If it can't divided further means it is the smallest. The type of smallest particle is called as atom. And we know these atoms are combined and what are formed? Molecules are formed. For example, in this case, hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur, phosphorus. Hydrogen, its chemical formula is H2, oxygen O2, sulfur S8, phosphorus P4, water H2O. All these are molecules. These are made of atoms. That means some atoms are combined and what are formed? Molecules are formed. That molecule which is formed by the combination of same type of atoms that are called as elements. In this, two hydrogen atoms are combined and forms hydrogen molecule. Two oxygen atoms are combined and form oxygen molecule. 8 atoms of sulfur are combined and form one sulfur molecule. 4 phosphorus atoms are combined and form one phosphorus molecule. In all these molecules, that molecule is formed by the combination of same type of atoms. That means identical atom. That's why all these are examples for elements. Okay, and what is an element? Simply, Robert Boyle was the first to use the term element. Okay, first who used this term element? Robert Boyle in 1661. And another French chemist named Antoine Laurent Lavoisier, that means Antoine Lavoisier, defined this element as a basic form of matter. Okay, matter means different substances. What is the basic form of matter? Okay, that basic form of matter is nothing but the element. That means this element cannot be broken down into simpler substances by chemical reactions. If it can be broken into simpler substances by chemical reactions, is this the basic form? No, it is not the basic form. For example, if we take a building, what are the building blocks of that building? Bricks. Okay, that means if the building is collapsed or broken, what are obtained? Bricks are obtained. That means that are the smallest constituents. In the same manner, these elements are the smallest constituents of matter, or which is the basic form of matter. It is the basic form of matter means it is the smallest constituent. That means it cannot be broken down into simpler substances by chemical reactions. For example, already we have learnt water. When electricity is passed through acidified water, it splits into hydrogen and oxygen. That means this hydrogen and oxygen are the basic forms of matter. Again, if we take hydrogen by any chemical reactions or electrochemical reactions, can we broken down the hydrogen into simpler components? No. That means that hydrogen is the simpler component. It is the basic form of matter. Okay. Like that, what are elements? These elements are the basic form of matter. That means an element is a substance which cannot be split into two or more simpler substances. Why? By applying some energy like heat, light or electricity. Why? It is the simpler component. If it is the simpler component means it cannot be broken down into further components. That means it is made only one kind of atoms. Till today, scientists have discovered 118 elements. How many elements were discovered till now? 118. In future, some more may be discovered. In these 118 elements, 92 elements are naturally occurring elements. Out of 118, most of the elements are naturally occurring. Only some are man-made. And if we take these 118 elements, most of the elements are in solid state at room temperature. And some are in liquid state at room temperature. which are in liquid state at room temperature? Mercury and bromine. This mercury and bromine are in liquid state at room temperature. Most of the elements are in solid state, and 11 elements are in gaseous state at room temperature. And for every element there is a fixed melting point and fixed boiling point. Okay, some elements melting point and boiling point is high, and some elements melting point and boiling point is very low. For example, if we take elements like gallium and cesium, their melting point is very low. How much is the melting point or boiling point? Melting point, that means they become liquid. This gallium and cesium become liquid at very low temperature. At very low temperature means just slightly above room temperature. Simply room temperature means that is 27, actually it is taken as 27 degrees Celsius. 27 degrees Celsius means that is 300 degree Kelvin. 303 degree Kelvin means it is just slightly greater than the room temperature. If you take this gallium and cesium, its melting point is very low. That means this gallium and cesium are placed in our palm. They melt in our palm. That means our body, their melting point is lower than our body temperature. Like the different elements are there. Now, how many elements are discovered? 118. 118 elements were. These are about elements. Okay, and these elements are combined and forms molecules. How these are formed and how many types of molecules are formed, in next class we will learn.